Good evening. This is our 8th program in a series of 9 2-hour programs on Europe by train. June Guyman Stevenson, my wife, and myself traveled through Austria, Hungary, Yugoslavia, Greece, Italy, Austria, back to Germany, and on over to Switzerland. In fact, this evening's program, the 8th program, is leaving Innsbruck by train and headed for Zurich, Switzerland, and then on to Lucerne, and we'll be visiting some of the highest mountain peaks in the Alps, Jungfrau and Eiger Mountain. Eiger Mountain being that peak where Clint Eastwood made his movie Eiger Sanction. I think that you will enjoy the beautiful sights, the magnificent sights of the Alps and Lake Lucerne and the trip down the river and some of the historical notes about the Switzerland and its development, particularly with its ties to the Swiss colony area down in Kentucky. And so I look forward to bringing you tonight's program, our 8th, and be sure and stay tuned to the 9th 2-hour show coming up a few months from now. And we want to say a special thank you to the opportunity from Store Cable to bring these programs to you for access so that you, the viewers from Northern Kentucky, can travel with us to Europe and see the sights as we saw them on our trip through Europe by train. Scenery and businesses along the way, traveling from Innsbruck to Zurich, Switzerland. All the little beautiful towns that we've seen. We don't know all their names, but we get a few of them. And then the people that we travel with also. We try to take a little shot of those folks and say hello to them. And your name is?
Gerhard.
Gerhard. And your name is?
Adolfine.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you. I'm John, and this is June.
Hello. June. Hello.
Children how to ski we see over here.
Oops. This is the
town that it's in.
Stams.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Really, thank you.
Yeah, see, I get a good shot of that because I got a zoom lens on here.
I've never skied. I would like to.
Dining car, but it was filled. So we'll try to get back later.
There's another day on the train somewhere.
A little creek running along beside us.
You can buy me an ice cream sundae and spend the shillings. It's pretty.
Beautiful. Anything to say about what you're seeing, Miss Guyman?
It's going to take months to think about it, since I'm the thinker in this family. Not that you're not. The methodical thinking. Golly. Is that somebody or is that a marker? See up on that mountainside? Is that somebody climbing? It's somebody climbing. Did
Where?
you see it? The little red spot.
No, oh, it is, isn't it?
There's somebody climbing. Gee. It's Keith. Did you try to get into the dining car?
I just went up West Coast now.
Okay.
We'll wait, when the next stop comes along, we'll get off and run up. We said it's about, we'll wait and stop for about 3 minutes. So.
We just went over to the dining car to
Yeah.
get a soft drink, and they said there's an hour wait.
Yeah.
We said, forget it. Bye.
See ya.
And as you can see, another castle up on the hill.
Zams. Can you see it close up with your zoom?
No, not really. Pretty close. An old castle. And some skiers.
Did you see that old castle?
Yeah, very nice.
Isn't that neat?
Very pretty. Got it. Guys down here working on our land.
That was neat. Mountain street.
And our dream up ahead of us. Oh, we got a caboose on here too. Beautiful mountain scenes. We had snow.
Schön. Nicht?
You go from one mountain to the other mountain, come through the tunnel, and on the other side of the tunnel, look what you've got.
Na, was sagst du jetzt?
Snow. What a sight.
Meistens.
Is this the people?
War's gut?
Ja, war echt gut, ja.
Was hat's gegeben?
Wiener-Bunskis.
Ach, das konnte man auswählen.
Das andere war ein sogenanntes Holzabgeschnitz. Was kommen sind.
Hello.
Hello. You are
How you doing?
American?
Yes, basically.
Yeah, you sound hello.
Aber so tiefer Winkel.
Na.
Auf
Das will man
der anderen
nicht
Seite.
Das war jetzt schon.
Look how pretty that
Na, das wird der Last.
I love those trees like that.
is. Some Christmas cards.
This is for the Christmas which we really never had. No snow in Kentucky this year.
Kentucky.
Yes, ma'am.
Ja, das ist Kentucky.
Building a tunnel through over there, June. Have a soft drink?
Sie können sich dann sehen.
Sie sehen sich sofort, ja. Wir sind auch schon aufgenommen. Also.
They're saying this
I
crazy
have been
American
once in
tourist.
Tennessee, 1 month. In Tennessee. But was
Oh, really?
I have been for 10 years. I have been once in Tennessee. 1 month.
Years ago.
My
Within a short period of time, we are still in Austria.
Got off the train. All 4 of them were nice. Get in their hearts. They haven't let you.
Has something that she would like to say to all of our listening audience. Miss Guyman, what is it you would like to say? The deer out there, look at them.
The whole
herd of deer.
Deer.
A whole herd of deer. I missed them on the camera, unfortunately. Over here, some lambs. But you do see here in this area lots of deer.
We've entered Switzerland.
We've now entered Switzerland. And
We left the heritage home of my father, Germany. We've now entered the heritage home of my mother, because my mother, Anna Mae Darnell Guyman's grandmother, my great-grandmother, came from Switzerland. At the age of 15, she left Switzerland and came to the States. That's all I have to say. Yole-hee-hoo. Swiss miss. Turn off.
And as you can tell, Miss Guyman comes by her beauty rightfully from Switzerland. And this is
Where's
mine.
the chocolate?
I want the chocolate. I've had enough Wiener Schnitzel.
Debbie, I'm looking for the chocolate mountain, but I don't see it anywhere. Surely it's out there somewhere. Chocolate.
Going across a beautiful river. I'm not sure what the name of it is.
Now we're going across the Autobahn.
And the Autobahn.
Can't believe all this deer.
Beautiful little garden. Swiss garden. Nestled beneath the Swiss Alps. The old Swiss train.
They're running. Gotta go higher. Or it's just snow. Then it was another little house. It's deceiving.
Here they are, little brown animals. They're buying too fast for me to.
They do. There it is. It's kind of neat with the mountains up above it. Oh, the cave. But it's cold though.
Beautiful sights traveling into Zurich from the Austrian border into Switzerland. Now, where's a good shot of the sailboats out on the lake?
Pretty house. Pretty houses.
Very pretty, huh? Yeah, I missed the boat harbor. I got it. Little boat harbor. It's a boating town on the lake here.
The lake of no name.
Why don't you get the railroad map out and see if you can see what lake this is? It's got to be on there. Huh? What's that? And Miss Gaiman. That'll wake you up, won't it?
Jeez.
It's called another train going by. This beautiful, beautiful lake. Swiss docks.
Coming into another little town of some kind. Little ducks kissing.
Kissing
Even
out on the
ducks
lake.
kiss.
See the Alps in the background.
This is this little town here.
Little town.
Gotta get some of that town. It's right across from the lake.
Pretty little town.
Nice.
Right next to the pretty little lake. Only it's not so little. It's a huge lake nestled in the mountains of the Alps. Town is Oberridian, and how do you spell that, June?
Oberridian or D-E-N.
Oberridian. The little sailboats out there on this lake, which we're trying to determine what the name of the lake is. Cute little town. On the way to Zurich from Innsbruck. As you can tell, we have now arrived in Zurich, Switzerland. station.
4,53. Il prossimo? Grazie.
Oops. At every train stop, as you can see, is where you get your money changed. Eating her first Swiss chocolate in Zurich.
You found it for me, Debbie.
Close up. Delicious. We're now in Zug, Switzerland. Zug.
American tourist.
Sister arriving at Zug.
That's it, right there. Someone should get a picture of you.
Small country, huh?
Small but very beautiful. Like the mountains and the lakes. Very pretty. And good people.
Yeah, yeah. Well, bringing us to will bring many
And
more.
if something happens to you, it's our new hospital.
Okay, hospital.
The worst building in town.
It looks like a new hospital.
Yes.
And the name of the mountain is?
Pilatus, like in the Bible.
Oh, fantastic.
Pilatus, you say. Pilatus.
Pilatus.
Yes.
Pilatus. And your name is?
Aloysius.
Aloysius.
Diesler. It's written here.
Diesler.
Yes. All right.
Fantastic.
So, I'm sorry, I have to go.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much.
On the loudspeaker, people is waiting.
Hallo.
Hallo, we zijn in de trein. Zit het zo ingeschreven? Ja. Dat je er nou spelen gezien? Dat is iemand zo trein.
This is a cute little town, June.
And another thing, so it's very historic.
A lot of history.
A lot of history, the old town with all the towers and the wall from the Middle Age. That's just a little. You make a little round walk, 15 minutes, and yes.
If we stay another night, what time should we be over tomorrow night for dinner?
Dinner.
So we can take you out to dinner. Now, this evening, in a little town called Lucerne. We've just come up underneath the subway. We're only less than a half a block from the train station at a beautiful, luxurious hotel to finish off our trip. Here you see many ducks swimming in the river. And this is what river, Jim? The Reuss River. You see now what I'm filming on this side of the river. The old city, of course, the castle up on the hill, the Hooch Castle. And then you see the old city here since medieval ages, medieval time. Where we're going tonight to have Den Den cross the bridge on the route. And the boats will ride tomorrow for our trip down the river. Houses. They'll get better pictures of this tomorrow, but June just had to have pictures of the little ducks. And all the duck houses.
Ducky under that cold water.
Just tastes like gingerbread.
It's like gingerbread, morgenbrot.
There's a German cake that you can get in the States at Christmas time. It tastes like this. Ce l'avevi? Adesso non lo
La signora preferisce meglio resti o passati
This new room, charm, commode, and everything right in the room. Ah yes, ah yes, and our double bed, music too, and telephone, chairs, and June sneaking goodies from Swiss chocolates. Debbie, you're going to have a talk with her. Turn around. Junie Poo. As she turns the lights out and says, "It's chocolate time."
This is my bed. This is my bed. And soon this will be my body.
Having breakfast at the hotel. We're taking off on our boat ride. June is washing her hair, drying it, and unfortunately is going to miss breakfast this morning, which is a full cup of hot milk and hot coffee. Ah yes. Delicious roll, cheese. I'll try to take her back a cup of coffee. Lovely place to have breakfast on a bright, cheerful, sunny Sunday morning. City's right over here, and then I shoot a shot of you, and it picks up the sound that I'm saying and the picture. And then the name of the hotel is
Waldstätterhof.
And how many rooms do you have?
Rooms. 82 rooms, 130 beds.
And the address is?
Central Street, 4, 6003 Hotel.
And your name is?
Dalhof, John.
John?
John.
Oh, my name's John also.
It's a short name.
John, what is the building up on the hill over here on the left that we're looking at?
That's the Chateau Kutz.
What can you tell me about that?
It's a small castle. There is a restaurant there. They also have hotel rooms. People can go up there with a little cable car, have a cup of coffee, and have a nice view over the city.
And what about the two towers that we see looking off the roof here of the hotel?
Oh, that is the defense wall from the years, so I must see, from the years 1400.
And the one with the red tower over here, the little, right over here, John? The one with the red, is that the same building?
The red one.
The little red
That's the
steeple?
that's a small tower of the church.
Okay. And the little castle up on top of the hill here moving this way, what is that? Over here, is this the old section of the city, or?
That's the old section of the city. Before the walls, you see the wall is protecting the old part of the city.
Mm-hmm. And what's the river that's out here? or lake? What's the name
That's
of
the lake. The most of the water comes from the Gotthard area, the high mountain. It comes in the Vierwaldstätter Lake, and from there it goes down through the Reuss. We call that river Reuss.
River Reuss?
Yes, and that goes down to Basel into the Rhine.
Into the Rhine.
Yes, and the Rhine goes down to Rotterdam, to the Netherlands.
And the two steeples over here that we're looking at, what are those two steeples?
That's the Hof Church, Hofkirche.
Is it mostly Catholic in this area, or Protestant, or?
50-50 about.
About 50-50?
Yes.
Okay. So there's several different churches here.
Oh yes, yes. We have all kind of churches.
Over in the old part of the city, how old is that?
Well, last year we had a 700-year celebration of the city of Lucerne.
700th year.
700.
Fantastic. And you're having a festival of crepes right now?
We have a festival of grapes, yes.
Here
here in the restaurant.
In the restaurant.
Yes.
And I understand there was a festival last night, some type of a walking race, or?
Oh, they have many celebrations during summertime. Also fireworks for the tourists and for the local people. That's from the Hotel Association.
And it's nestled right in the mountains in the Alps.
It's very central. You see anywhere where you look, you see the high mountains. Unfortunately, it's a little bit clouded up there. Otherwise, you see the Pilatus mountain right behind there. Mm-hmm. There you see the high mountains. All around you see the high mountains, if it is clear. But unfortunately, there's a little bit clouded in the mountains today.
We can get some of them.
Some of them, yes, you see over there. And they are very close. If the wind keeps going like this in the afternoon, it may be all clear. You see the Mount Pilatus, beautiful. Mm-hmm. You see how close it is?
It's very close right now.
Yeah.
If we wanted to, tomorrow, let's see, if we're here, I might try to see you again if we can get back up here.
Anytime.
With the, let me get a couple close-ups. See, when I zoom in, I've got a 1:8 zoom on here.
Oh, yes.
So I get some idea of what we can see, because it even filters out some of the clouds. And this is the...
That's the Rigi.
Okay.
It's a beautiful mount. You can go up by train or by cable car. You can first by boat. And then up there it's very flat. There are many restaurants where you can have coffee and drinks. And it's nicely flat to walk.
And right here we're looking down on, this is the hospital, the railroad station?
That's the central railway station. They are just renewing it. It will be ready in about 2 years, 3 years. It will be completely renewed and made large.
And they're putting an underground shopping area in also.
Yes, the whole underground area is going to be restaurants, shopping, coffee, tea rooms. It's very good, especially for the tourists of Lucerne. Because if it is raining a couple of days, people can go somewhere and read a paper, have a coffee.
John, how old is the hotel here?
The hotel is built in the year 1840.
And the hotel has an information center in it?
The official information center of the city is right in our place and open for all our guests, free of charge.
And they can obtain tickets for boat rides and tours and find out information like that?
Any kind of sightseeing is free of charge except the ticket.
And Lucerne is celebrating its
700 years.
700th years. It's a tremendous amount of history, and we've enjoyed our stay here very much and look forward to the next couple of nights. And I know that the people back in Cincinnati, Ohio, and northern Kentucky, and Kentucky in general, will enjoy a visit to Switzerland, and in particularly to Lucerne. Is there anything that you would like to add?
I want to stay tonight.
Yes, we're staying tonight and tomorrow night.
I still have a question mark.
Okay.
And tomorrow also. Is that for sale?
We just got onto our boat, as you can see.
Which is it's the William Tell, but in Low German.
And here's our crew, our trusty crew. You hear the church bells in the background. See the castle up on the hill. The old city. Which we'll be visiting. Where we had Din Din last night in the old city. 700 years old. Where you hear the beautiful bells coming from. Beautiful this morning, Miss Guyman.
Yes, thanks.
How's it feel, Miss Guyman, to be in front of a 700-year-old city?
It's pretty nice. It's a pretty town. It's not like I thought it was going to be, with little goat herders along the lake, running up the mountainside, Heidi coming down from her grandmother's. But it's nice. We need to get a little more history on this town, though.
And as the captain's getting ready to move us off, talking down to the bridge, or to the boiler room. And the ropes are loose. We'll be casting off shortly. As the captain cautions the children to keep their hands away so they don't get them fingers smashed. Stern passing away. Our boat steadily moving out. Our captain moving to his quarters.
Well, that's good. You got me on their side.
Yeah.
By the train station that they're rehabbing.
That they'll have done in about 3 years. And we'll be headed out down this way, and you can see the many, many little sailboats out already. Right below the highest mountain of Lucerne.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain and his crew welcome you aboard our paddle steamer Uri, Unterwalden, sorry. We wish you a pleasant trip on Lake Lucerne. Mesdames et messieurs, le capitaine et son équipe.
You go again and try it.
A little stop coming up here to pick up some passengers. We've now pulled away from the town of Lucerne. Miss Guyman, perched behind the glass window to block off the cool breeze. Bang! I'm quarter heaven.
Everybody.
Goodbye! June back. A tablecloth.
Do this. It's a dish towel.
Of course, she left her scarf at home that I bought her.
Yeah.
And look at the mountains, June.
Ooh.
The view from our boat.
I take it must be crowded inside.
Yeah, it's pretty crowded.
Is there like any place to...
Yes, and now we're having din-din on the boat with the beautiful Alps in the background, as you can see, cruising down the lake for a 3-hour ride. Just past the town of William Tell.
What time is it?
What time is it? Time for din-din.
I don't know if you can buy soup separately. We have to get something. I'll soup it
Das hat 50 Nüsse. Ah ja, jetzt bin ich wieder geschult.
I think this is what I had in mind.
It's a
I think about Heidi. And Heidi and her grandfather. Town along the rivers.
Hättest du mal die 40 Franken hättest du können sparen. Nein, hättest du mir nämlich schon 90 geben.
I'd like to ask you a question or two about the boat ride that we're on, leaving from Lucerne to going to, I believe it's called Fluelen. And your name first is?
Marcus.
And in order for me to pick up the sound, I think I'm going to need to move over close.
Marcus
Marcus, what can you tell us about the trip between Lucerne and Fluelen here?
Well, this is a trip on the lake of Lucerne. It's the center of Switzerland, and it's also the place where actually almost 700 years ago this country has been founded.
And some of the mountaintops that we'll see traveling down the trip here will be?
Well, we just left Fitznau right a few minutes ago, at the back of Fitznau you could see the Rigi, which is actually the mountain where the first cogwheel railway in the world has been made to go up there. I guess it's a little bit more than 100 years ago. We will also pass by the place where those three originators of Switzerland have been swearing to stay together and to found Switzerland. And later on we will have a view to the Gotthard Massif, which is actually the mountain, the main barrier between Northern Europe and Italy.
And if someone were coming to visit this area, they'd want to take this boat ride as a part of their tour, wouldn't they?
Yes, it's always recommended when you're visiting Lucerne to also at least take a ride on the lake, on a boat ride, preferably with one of those 5 steamboats that are all restored and in perfect condition. And actually they are the only steamboats on any lake on Switzerland that are still on regular use.
In the history of Switzerland itself, Switzerland, before it became in existence 700 years ago on its own, was ruled by the Habsburg family, I believe. Can you give us a little history about that and before that?
Well, I'm not very expert in history, frankly speaking, but it is definitely the Habsburg family that was ruling this country before. But 1291, when the origin of Switzerland was only consisting of 3 cantons. This is our name for what you call states in the United States. And the size of Switzerland right now, this is only after 1845, when there was that famous so-called Vienna Congress. And the cantons, they were joining Switzerland by and by, mainly in the 14th, 15th and 16th century. But the last canton joining Switzerland was only in 1845.
Can you tell us about William Tell and the story behind that?
Well, this William Tell is a saga. There is only evidence that there has been such a man that killed one of those Habsburg people. Whether his name was really William Tell or not is not historically proven. And also the famous story about Wilhelm Tell is actually not historical, but it is written by Friedrich Schiller, the famous German writer. But never mind, we are treating William Tell as our national hero.
One question that might come to mind of general nature, give us a little background about the cultural, economic, and other pertinent facts about Switzerland that might be of interest to those residents of the United States.
Well, the most important thing is that Switzerland also is not a nation just consisting of one tribe of people. We have 4 different official languages in our country. About 70% of our citizens, they have a German mother tongue. Another 25% they have French mother tongue. Then we also have people speaking Italian or a very special language, Roman. About the economy of Switzerland, our most important industry right now is machinery. Second is pharmaceutical and chemical. And of course also tourism still plays a very important role in our economy. Switzerland is not a part of the European community, since one of the rules of joining this EC is giving up our neutrality, which we carry on now for more than 400 years. and Switzerland is not yet willing to surrender this neutrality policy.
In Kentucky, the state that I'm from, we have a little area down in Laurel County known as the Swiss Colony, and these are folks that came over from Switzerland and are now residents of Kentucky, and are very proud of their Swiss heritage. Do you remember some of the conditions that might have brought them to the States originally?
Yes, of course, because actually Switzerland has no natural resources at all. Therefore, about 100 years ago, or a few years more, the economic conditions in Switzerland, they were very, very bad, very hard. So plenty of people, they were actually forced to emigrate, preferably to the United States. Some of them, they also went to South America, where they are still living now, and of course they are a long time ago citizens now of those countries.
I'm confident that those people would enjoy a trip back to see Switzerland today, and I'm sure that many of them have come back to see Switzerland, and this boat ride would be a most enjoyable and pleasurable time for them.
It's definitely one of the nicest spots in Switzerland. Unfortunately today we haven't got very fantastic sunshine, but if the sun would also shine a little bit, it's definitely one of the nicest places to go in Switzerland.
And I understand that further down the road here on our trip, that you can take a shuttle or a lift to the tallest mountain, or one of the tallest mountains, the Titlis, I believe it is, or is that one of the taller mountains that?
Well, actually, the very tallest mountains, there is no lift or cable car to go up there. But to say that Titlis is one of the highest where you can go by a mechanical way, because the real high ones there you have to climb yourself.
And I believe if on a clear day, if you were at the top of the Titlis, that you could also see the tops of the Matterhorn and the Eiger and some of the other tall mountains. Is that correct?
Yes, you can definitely see them.
Fantastic. We're really looking forward to the rest of our trip. And what is your address here in this area?
I'm living in Mathe 3 in Hergiswil, Nidwalden, which is actually one of those 3 cantons I mentioned before that were part of the original Switzerland.
We thank you very much for your time and the information that you've provided us.
I thank you too, and I wish you a pleasant trip and a nice day in Switzerland.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we talked about it outside.
They have actually also a very big lake there. Actually, some of the highest mountain is near the lake. This is the highest actually. It's over 5,000. You can see it from none of them
How was your sausage? It's cold, but it's still delicious. It was wonderful having that interview. I'm thrilled with it. Ah, yes.
Who do you love?
Who do I love? I love June Stevenson.
Ganz schnell zum Vortrag, wo wir dann 48 gekommen sind könnten.
Genau.
Die anderen haben wir nämlich nachgeschaut.
She would like to move here tomorrow, and that she could settle on this little house arrangement right here. With the barns and the little house. She can handle this real easy. Okay, she's eating her Swiss potato salad.
It tastes like Mom's.
Little town. This is June's mustard.
Check this out, everybody. Tubes of mustard.
Cubes of mustard.
Toothpaste.
And a beautiful potato salad.
Ma'am, can we have a glass? Just an empty glass. Thank you.
What a sight.
And John, would you like to see me pouring the Swiss wine for you? Little Swiss wine for women. Would you like another bite of potato salad?
Yeah. Delicious. Only one thing better than potato salad.
Mint. Chocolate.
Is right up here?
To Hamburg.
From Hamburg?
Hamburg to south of Italy.
South of Italy. Huh.
It's about almost 3,000 kilometers the whole way.